Welcome to my Atari ST nostalgia trip, and for this video I felt like shooting stuff and at the same time feeling a bit disappointed, so what better game to play for that than Jupiter Probe from 1987. It's another vertical scrolling shoot 'em up with another silly backstory. This time it's about having to fly over Jupiter to collect photographic data, and unfortunately there are many aliens there that try to prevent this, and instead of respecting the aliens' privacy we just decide to kill all of them. Yeah, let's not try to understand all this, let's just play the silly game, which has some good things but some not so good as well. Let's just get to it. And of course, as always, I am playing the hard drive converted version because of the nice title art, and I will say I didn't enable cheats this time because there's really no point for this game, which we will come to. And you also might hear some background noise because it started raining outside quite heavily. But yeah, the game goes straight into the title screen. We see the game is programmed by Steve Beck, but the graphics are not by Pete Lyon, they're by Chris Crew, who I don't know. And we seem to have a little bit of sound issue. I think the music is not supposed to sound like this, but let's hope that will resolve itself. Yeah, and like Gold Runner, this game sort of alters between the title screen and some demo mode showing some gameplay. Yeah, now the music is sounding like I remember it, so... For some reason there was no sound effects and no noise channel. But as I said, yeah, like all in this game alters between the title screen and some demo mode showing some gameplay, and I can press 1 or 2 to start the game with that number of players, and there's no 2-player co-op, so the 2-player mode just alters between players, and I never really understood why would you have that option in the game anyway, because you can just take turns in 1-player games. It's actually more convenient than... But that's just personal opinion. I'm just going to press the number 1. And I'm going to start a game. And I always play 1-player games because of course I don't have any friends. And we are here in the game and we are shooting stuff, and yeah, we are sort of flying over the greenlands and rivers and lakes of Jupiter, which sounds a bit weird. And I normally despise scientific inaccuracies in games and in movies, but I guess for a game from 1987 we can be quite forgiving. And now it says formation, and we see the blue ships, and they are very important because the blue ships come in a formation. If you kill all of them you will get one of these stars, and that star gave me a shield, which I can activate, and mutation means there's a big ship coming with a faster bullet, so be careful. Oh, that was really bad. And it says get ready player 1. And of course, whenever you die you have to start from the beginning of the level, which is one of the things about this game that I really don't like. Yeah, and it's mostly about learning the attack patterns, which of course I don't know because I haven't played this game in so many years. And it says Sonic, and I think that is sort of your smart bomb in the game, some specific thing, high frequency sonic weapon that destroys everything in your screen. And another formation is coming, and I think now on this side of the screen, which I remember from my test run, quickly get the... And this one gave me a shield which makes you invincible. And that means stage 1 complete. And then you just fly over the same landscape. And I got an extra sonic boom weapon thingy. So anyway, while I am playing, because I will probably not get too far in the game, the good and the bad, or the good and not so good. Let's start with the not so good, because... Well, the first thing that's not so good is my gameplay, because that was a really stupid mistake. But as you can already tell from the game, probably from watching, is that the gameplay is actually really shallow. Because there's no weapon upgrades, it's just the same ships and you just go around, and I pressed the spacebar too late. I wanted to show the Sonic weapon and it's game over. But yeah, there's not much variation in the gameplay, there's no power-ups or anything, the graphics are also very mediocre. I mean, also the background in the game, it feels more like a color pattern than actually an alien world. I have to do battle in. Let's start another game. And one thing that I've always found really silly about this game is the enemy sprites. They don't fly into the screen. They don't fly into your screen, they just appear. Like they appear on top of the screen out of nowhere. And of course you could explain it like, well yeah, but they're aliens and they teleported here. And I do apologize for the music being this loud. But yeah, it's like they just didn't bother to program that part of the sprite routine for the game, and it feels a bit cheap, to be honest. Because now... Because sometimes you don't even see the enemy appearing, it just is there, and my bullet was there, so it immediately explodes. And it just, I don't know. I don't really know what to think about it, but it feels a bit, it makes the game feel a bit unfinished, and that was a really bad idea. I went totally to the wrong side of the screen. And yeah, I don't know, but the lack of proper sprite routines make this game feel like they were actually just testing out some code like how to do a shoot 'em up. And at some point they just couldn't be bothered to finish everything. They just released the test code they had to just make a quick buck. I don't know. And having said that, this is not an awfully bad game. The gameplay actually feels quite smooth, so that's kind of good about the game. But in the end, there is actually only one real reason why you would play this game. And that reason is the thing we've been listening to for quite some while now. And no, I don't mean the sound of my voice. Of course I'm talking about the music, because man, this tune brings all the right energy to the game to make even the most mediocre game feel absolutely action-packed. And that's just the brilliance of Rob Hubbard. And I would say that Rob Hubbard was technically probably not the best programmer when it came to programming the ST sound chip. Oh! Man, I was almost at the end of the level. That was just bad. I mean, when you compare his ST sound chip programming to the technical stuff he did in the C64, it's really a big difference, but you can tell by the energy of the tune that he really knew how to compose. I must say, yeah. And the tune is probably the only reason why I played the game when I was young anyway. And I know this game, there's a lot of people who hate it, and I can tell you, I cannot hate this game, because yeah, it's shallow, yeah, it's simple, but it's oh, let me get the formation. But I also should use my deadly weapon more. I think with the next formation I will just... Yeah, that's the Sonic weapon, which is quite effective. And now I was gonna say I finished stage 1. I had to kill one more enemy. Yeah, and just to know how enthusiastic I got about this tune, I had played Gold Runner and stuff before. This game was totally unknown to me, but I was reading the scroll text of the big demo. Again, I forgot to move out of the way. Stupid me. I was reading the scroll text of the big demo, and in the scroll text of the big demo, they actually told me that Rob Hubbard did the music for this game only. And as soon as I read that, I just had to have it. It's simple as that. And I'm just going to play one more game. Yeah, and probably me playing this game with the tune on full blast My parents could probably appreciate it quite a bit less than I did. Because I think if you're not playing this game, you just hear this tune while you're trying to relax in the living room. I can imagine it could have been quite stressful for them, but they didn't complain too much. Other than politely asking me to lower the volume at some point. Oh, bless them. I think I had a pretty good childhood in that respect. Having said that, yes, I'm enjoying myself, but I'm also getting a bit bored from the shallow gameplay, and I made a stupid mistake again. I got greedy. So the game is actually also quite tricky. Shallow as it is, you tend to get a bit overconfident because the game looks to be so easy, and then suddenly some of the bullets are moving a lot faster than you expect, and you realize that you actually move quite slow. So a bit more challenge than you might expect. Yeah, but still, this is by far not my first choice for a shoot 'em up on the SC, so let's just finish this game and then also call it quits in this video. Well, at least I got the formation. Yeah, so the key is don't let the ships come too close. Well, at least I made it past stage 1. I also don't remember coming very far in this game when I was a kid, to be honest. But yeah, I will probably die pretty soon. Oh, this is a shield, okay. What? I engaged my super weapon and the enemies didn't die. Okay, now I feel the game is cheating me. Probably for bad-mouthing it in the first place. Ah, okay. They are not affected. The large enemies are not affected by the sonic weapon. I didn't know that. And that also means game over, and I'm not gonna play another game. Because I've already been playing for a little bit too long for a game this shallow, to be honest. And it's time to do a summary, so... The big question is, of course, do I feel the same disappointment now as I did back in the day? And I have to say, well, partly, because back in the day I played this after playing a lot of Gold Runner, and next to Gold Runner this game really feels just a bit unfinished. And that just disappoints no matter how forgiving I might feel nowadays. I will admit the game is actually slightly better than I remembered it to be. I mean, I actually did have quite a bit of fun. I mean, it plays okay, and for some uncomplicated bullet firing with great energetic music blasting through your headphones, this game actually works surprisingly well. Although just playing the music as an SNDH file in Jam is probably the better option in that regard. But anyway, I had some graphics with it this time, and with that I would like to thank you for watching.